Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm letting my sister choose the design that I do. When you're watching this, her birthday was yesterday, and I did this a couple weeks ago with my other sister for her birthday, and because I did that for her birthday, I decided to do that for my other sister's birthday as well. So for her design, she chose like this, what's it called? Coquette? I don't know. That like really soft, like pink, girly type of design, for this set. So for the base of this set, it's this very light, like, I couldn't really tell if it was like a nude color or a milky white color. It was kind of looking more of like a milky white color to me. So I pulled out Dreaming of Iceland from Madame Glam and started painting the nail with that. But then looking at that picture a little more, I was like, it kind of looks like a nude, kind of like a milky nude almost. So then I pulled out Flirty from Madame Glam and painted all of the nails with that, and I did 2 coats of that, curing each coat for 60 seconds, and then after that I went on top of it with that milky white and only did 1 layer of that, and then cured that for 60 seconds. And I felt like doing that matched the base of the original set really well. It gave this really soft, like pinky, milky kind of color to it. And it was actually a really pretty, really nice, like kind of nude color. I actually really liked how this combo turned out of doing like a nude and then going over top of it with a layer of a milky white. It just looks really nice and really pretty. And again, just like in the other video, my sister isn't going to be wearing this set. She does sometimes let me do her nails, or she'll ask me if I can do her nails, but it's not very often, and usually she'll just paint her nails with like regular nail polish sometimes. So like this set, I did it, like I let her choose the design, but it's not really a set for her, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I just thought it would be fun to let my sisters choose a design for their birthdays. What would have been really fun would have been to let them choose a design and then do them on myself. So one hand could be for one sister and then the other hand could be for the other sister. But I had already had a design and plan that I wanted to do for the month of July. Maybe I'll do that next year. But also with doing this, you can really see kind of like the 2 different personalities between my sisters, which I think is so funny. My one sister chose saw nails, and you know, that's like a really gory horror movie, while my other sister chose this really soft, like girly type of design. And I don't think I mentioned this in my other video, but my sister that chose the saw nails, she just turned 20, and then my sister that chose this design, she just turned 17, and then here in a couple weeks it's gonna be my birthday and I'll be turning 29. So there is a pretty big age gap between me and my sisters. There's 9 years between my middle sister and then 12 years between my youngest sister. And yes, our birthdays are all 2 weeks apart. I mean, except for mine is 2 weeks and 1 day, but I mean, it's still 2 weeks, and that was not planned at all by our parents. But after I got all of the bases done on the nails, I'm just going in with my LGN matte top coat and top coating all of the nails and then curing that for 60 seconds. I am going to be going in and doing the aura design on these, and I decided to try it with the matte top coat. I've stated before how I've never had success in doing any kind of like pigment powders on top of a matte top coat before, but also before I wasn't using very good matte top coats. So I feel like that had a lot to do with it. So I decided to try it out this time and see how it would work. I did have to ask my sister if she had an eyeshadow palette with a light pink on it, because I do have pigment powders, but they're all neon colors, and this set, the pink on it was a very light pink. So she did have a palette that had that light pink on it, so I used that for this. I just took my little brush that I always use for pigment powders, dipped that into the eyeshadow, and then dabbed it on to the nail, and it actually worked for me. I was actually really surprised because, like I said, I've never been able to get it to work with a matte top coat. I've always had to use like a base coat or just use the sticky layer that is left behind on a gel polish color. So I just tapped it onto the nail. If I felt like it needed a little more pigment, I would dip back into the eyeshadow and then tap more on to the nail. It does look very light here, but in person it is a little more pink, and when you see the final results, you will see it is a lot more pink than what it is looking like right now. And then after getting the aura on, I did go ahead and top coat it just to seal it in, because I am going to be doing some nail art on top. And if I did mess up the nail art, I didn't want to end up having to wipe it off and then wiping all of the aura off as well.
햇살이 너무 좋았어. 그냥 모두 좋았어. 널 만나서 모든 게 다 잠에서 깨어나서 휴대폰을 먼저 보게 돼. 참 많이 변했다 내가. 세상에서 제일 행복한 순간 널 만나.
So now for the nail art, I'm taking Perfect White and Perfect Pink and mixing those two colors together to get a light pink that matches the pink that is on the original set.
두근거리는 가슴이 좋은 기분인 걸 느껴. 아주 작은 작은 떨림도 잠에서 깨어나면 오늘 날씨 먼저 확인해 우산을 챙겨야 할지 세상에서 제일 행복한 순간 널 만나 참 다행인 거야 매일 난 감사하죠 그대가 곁에.
Now for this first nail here, I am doing a heart. I started out by doing it how I usually do my hearts, which is with a dotting tool, or I start out with the dotting tool, do 2 dots, and then connect those with a liner brush, but I wasn't really liking how that was looking. I feel like doing hearts like this is best for if you're doing like small hearts, but because this heart had to be somewhat large in the middle of this nail, I felt like it didn't look quite right. It looked kind of long and skinny, and that really wasn't what I was wanting. I wanted it to be kind of a little more wider. So I did end up wiping that off and just going ahead with my liner brush and drawing the heart on myself. And then once I got the heart drawn on the way I wanted it, I did go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds.
함께라는 건 영원한 축복 같아서 오늘도 널 바라보며 웃는다. 햇살이 너무 좋았어 그냥 모두 좋았어 널 만나서 모든 게 다 잠에서 깨어나서 휴대폰을 먼저 보게 돼 참 많이 변했다는가 세상에서 제일 행복한 순간 널 만나고 매일 겪게 돼 매일 난 감사하죠 그대가 곁에 있어서 언제나 오늘 같길 기도해요 그대와 함께라는 건 영원한 축복 같아서 두근거리는 가슴이 좋은 기분인 걸 느껴 아주 작은 떨림도.
And then for this nail, this was the bow nail, so I just painted that on. I started out with 2 little like loops, and then I did the little like ribbons flowing down from the bottom of that. And I actually low-key kind of hate doing bows because for some reason they always look weird to me whenever I do them. I usually do them around Christmas time, like for present nails, but they always end up looking weird to me. And like this one was looking like 2 eyes and like a mustache, almost kind of like the Lorax a little bit. But when I put the little rhinestone in the middle of it later on, it ended up looking fine, but like just on its own, it was really weird looking to me. And then once I got the bow on, I cured that for 60 seconds.
곁에 있을게 다가가서 말을 할 거야 날 사랑한다고 언제까지나 매일 난 감사하죠 그대가 곁에 있어서 언제나 오늘 곁길기도 해요 그대와 함께라는 건 영원한 축복 같아서 오늘도 널 바라보면 웃는다.
And then this nail has a little 4-pointed star on it. So I just took my dotting tool, placed a dot down where I wanted the star to be, and then from that dot I dragged out with my liner brush the 4 little like legs of the star or whatever. And then I cured that for 60 seconds once I was done. And now for the rhinestones, I'm just using these clear rhinestones that I have and this rhinestone glue as well as my shiny top coat from LGN on the thumb. Because the thumb isn't shown in the picture, I wasn't sure what the design was on it, so I just did it the same as the pinky. I'm going in with my rhinestone glue, laying that down on the nail, and then I go straight over top of that with my top coat. I like to do it this way because I don't like the top coat around the rhinestones. I feel like that is way more difficult than it needs to be, and this way I can just put the rhinestones on, cure it, and then be done. Also, this rhinestone glue that I'm using does leave a sticky layer, so this just prevents me from having to deal with that later on. After I got these on, I did take the rhinestones and place those on the nail. I placed only 3 of them in kind of like a zigzag type of pattern. And then once I got them on, I did go ahead and just cure this nail for 60 seconds. That way I didn't have to worry about the rhinestones sliding on the nail. Although I feel like they wouldn't have slid on the nail just because they are so small and super lightweight, unlike a larger charm. Then for the bow, I took my dotting tool, added a little dot of rhinestone glue in the middle of the bow, and then applied my top coat to the entire nail before adding on a rhinestone there in the middle of the nail. And then again, once I got that on, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds, again to prevent the rhinestone from sliding at all.
언제나 오늘 곁길기도 해요 그대와 함께라는 건 영원한 축복 같아서 오늘도 널
And then since I was just working my way down and already had the top coat out, I went ahead and top coated this nail. It didn't get any rhinestones on it, just the top coat. I did wait to cure it until I got the rhinestones on the next nail, and then I cured those 2 nails together. But for the next nail here, I did apply the rhinestone glue, then the top coat again, and applied, I think I did 3 little rhinestones on this one as well. And then like I said, I cured this nail and the heart nail together for 60 seconds. And then for the pinky nail, like I said earlier, I did the thumb and the pinky the same way. So I applied the rhinestone glue, then the top coat, and then did those 3 rhinestones on top, and then cured for 60 seconds.
모든 게 다 잠에서 깨어나서 휴대폰을 먼저 보게 돼 참 많이 변했다네가 세상에서 제일 행복한 순간 널 만나고 매일 겪게 돼 매일은 감사하죠 그대가 곁에
And this is how they came out. They are really cute and they're so soft and have that like Coquette or whatever it's called type of vibes with it, which definitely fits the vibes of my sister and like her personality. She is very like soft and girly and super into like pink and like the frilly girly stuff. Although she can get super sassy sometimes, but this set is super cute and it definitely, like I said, definitely matches her vibes. It's not really my cup of tea. It's not something I would personally choose, but again, this was she could choose whatever she wanted and I would do it. I have asked her before like what like ideas on to do for different sets, and she always says pink and hearts, and I'm like, I don't want to do pink and hearts. That's too Valentine's Day-ish, and I don't really like pink and hearts and all that. So that was never anything that I wanted. So I kind of figured when she picked a design, it would be something along the lines of this, just because that's, you know, her thing. But overall, this set is super cute, and I think it turned out really well. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.